And we're live. Here we go, guys. Welcome back to the live stream. It's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy week with lots of good stuff. Roger, how are you today, man? How are you? Thanks for joining. First one in. You're always like the first one in. It's amazing. Man, what a week. What an amazing, amazing week. I'm so excited to add another bike to the, to the fleet. I guess I'm building a fleet at this point. Got a 1969 CB350 that I'm really, really excited about, man. It's going to be amazing. It's going to fit right into everything we're doing on the Apocalypse bike, which is going to be a lot of fun now. And I want to show off some of those parts today. So, yeah, I honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to do tonight. I want to check out that exhaust for sure. I want to look at the tank a little bit on that 69. And then I got everything painted. Everything is painted. I've got the frame ready to go. The frame is in play, ladies and gentlemen. We can start strapping stuff back onto this thing. And I tell you what, it came out absolutely beautiful. I'm telling you, the sandblaster made all the difference in all of this. I sandblasted this frame in about an hour of just kind of going at it. Got all the rust knocked out of it, got it light sanded, and got it painted right there, guys. We're ready to start slapping parts back on this motorcycle. And then, let's see, which camera do I got here? I think I can grab this one over here. And I can just kind of reach you over here. Pardon motion sickness. Get as close as I can. But there's everything that, pretty much everything except the chain guard is done. I still have to sandblast and paint the chain guard. But there we go. Everything is just sitting there kind of begging to go back on to that frame. I mean, look how nice all this came out. We're going to have ourselves like a brand new motorcycle. Saved the VIN plate on the motorcycle, which I'm excited about. And then, yeah, it's all just kind of hanging out. This is a big moment, man. When you get yourself to the frame and you can start working a few things, that's pretty exciting. And then, of course, over here, we're still kind of dealing with the front forks. We're kind of in that position to where if I can get the roller bearings installed on the frame, we could put the front end together on this. The front or the rear wheel has gone through its evapor rust. It's totally rust free, but it needs to be polished. And then I need to get the front wheel in and get that soaking and get that going. And then we're going to be good to go. But guys, it's kind of like we've entered kind of assembly land now, where we can start really focusing our attention on things. Man, this silver bike is going to look amazing, isn't it? What do you guys think? It's going to look good, especially when we put this CL exhaust on it. 1969 CL exhaust. There's the tank there. We'll dive into that in a little bit more detail here in a little bit. But this exhaust is going to go on this bike. Now, for those of you who have been following along kind of on the Facebook group, the Keep On Wrenching community group, you know that I ran into a little bit of a snag with the CL frame. Let me see if I can actually bring that up here and kind of show people who haven't seen this yet. But man, I ran into a bit of a jam. Oh man, Terrence, what's he working on? Oh yeah, he's evapor rusting his tank. Figured he'd have to do that, man. I figured he'd have to do that. He's gonna have to go through all those carbs too. There's a good video that I just put up as well, showing off all the details of the 69 CB as that came through. But if I go back here, let's go back. Man, there's so much happening on this group every day. It is so much fun. If you're not a member, make sure you join up. There's the bike on the back of the truck. Go watch the video, man. It's pretty incredible. But I was kind of hurting the weekend before I kind of committed to buying this bike because I ran into a jam. I was working on the CL350 frame. I swear I posted something. Here it is, right here. I noticed when I started to kind of clean that thing up that there were big holes down in the bottom end of that frame, and that is no good, because if you're starting to show through like that, that just indicates that everything down in there is probably weakened, and that's not a usable frame. All right, we took my neighbor actually had a wire feed welder, and we cleaned it up a little bit, and he hit it with the wire feed, and it pretty much melted away. So that's a really good sign that there ain't no metal left in that bottom end of that frame, and that's going to be a project for another day. But I don't want that to stop me from kind of moving forward. And here you can kind of see it's right here. So you can see I started sandblasting the frame, and I ran into the problem. Here's the first side I discovered, and it's right on the bottom. So what I think happened there is that water got down in there and froze and cracked that frame. So that CL frame is no good, which sucks. I'm gonna have to get some welding going in on that. David, assembly land is a good place. It's like turning a corner. But it's also where you have to open up your pocketbook a little bit, and you're gonna have to buy some parts. I've done some of that, but I was thinking today, I was like, oh geez, that means I gotta buy this, and I gotta buy this, and I gotta buy this in order to do that. So yeah, assembly place is a good place, but I have to move to the CB350 frame. So kind of a bummer, but I'm still gonna roll with the CL idea. I think it should be interchangeable. The only thing I'll have to do is I'll have to put the CL foot pegs bar on that, and I'll have to get a seat. That's kind of the other thing too. I'm going to need a CL seat because I got a CL tank, and the length difference is quite noticeable on all of that. So I don't know. What should we work on, guys? What should we work on? Roger, what have you been working on? David, what have you been working on? Very curious to hear what you guys have been working on. I'm going to take a sip of my two-hearted ale, man. It's Thursday. It should be Friday, man. The weeks are long, but yet short in a weird way. What are we working on? What do you want to see first? Do you want to see the tank, or do you want to see the exhaust? They're both pretty damn cool, right? I think what we're going to do, let's show off this tank first. Let's show off the tank. Let me get you back here. And let's take a look at this 1969 CB350 tank. I've already sprayed just a little bit of lubricant back inside here because I'm going to need to get these decals off, because this thing does have some rust problems. All right, you look in here, there's definitely some rust problems, but everything is intact. Everything is here on this bike, man. It's amazing. These knee pads are in place. I'm not sure how those attach. So if anybody knows in the chat how those attach, I'm assuming they may just be an adhesive, but I'm not sure. We might probe into that tonight, because I would love to get this tank into evaporust as soon as possible. So here we've got both badges are in place here. Flip it over. It's got a little bit of a ding right here. Rusted up. But this isn't a ding. This is nothing like crazy going on. And we got both our badges here and the knee pad. Like every single bike that I see seems to be missing all that. So, Roger, you've been tinkering with a couple of small automatic scooters. Get them running and ready to sell in the springtime. Awesome. I've been kind of eyeing some of these little Honda, what are they, 50s or something? They're like little scooters. I've seen a couple of those pop up that were really cheap. Almost sprung on that, but I ended up getting the 69 instead. This is like my favorite tank of all the tanks that Honda made, you know, in this era. This tank is by far my favorite, and it's really awesome to have one finally. And this is what gets me kind of excited, and then I'll show you guys what gets me a little bit apprehensive. So if we take a look inside this tank, look at this. This tank looks pretty darn clean. See if I can get you down there. There's a little bit of gunk there. But overall, when you look at it, usually they're pretty much crunked up. And they're not bad. So I'm optimistic about the tank at this point. Here, let me get you focus here. Come on, camera. Boop. See if it'll refocus. There we go. Here's what's got me a little bit worried about this tank. A 1969 CB tank. This is an easy Bondo job. And then there's one bump right here as well that we're going to have to deal with. I may try to just slip an inner tube inside of there, air it up, and see if we can pop this one out. This one's going to have to get Bondoed. This is all straight here. This is all perfect. Tank doesn't look terrible, but I want to get at it. I want to get at this tank. I don't see any like residues or anything. That's good. So this side might be a little bit of work though. A little bit dented in right here, but the damn badge is there. These badges are there, and that's like pure gold right there. Now here's what's got me a little bit worried. She's a little rusty on the underside. As soon as I pulled it off, I noticed this. This is pure rust right here, which is why I really want to get this thing soaking as soon as I possibly can. I don't see any holes like along the edges here. I just opened my taskbar, which is kind of annoying. I don't see any holes here. Everything looks solid around all the edges. Both of these look really, really good as well. But this is super rusty right here. Like, just look at that. Just wipe it. I can... There's just rust all over my hands. So we need to get that into evaporust. What I'd like to do is just submerge the whole tank at this point. But before I do that, I would like to get the badges off. That's the big thing. And also these side panels, man. I might have to do a little bit of internet research with you tonight to see how that actually comes off of there, because I'm really not sure. I kind of probed a little bit with my really thin putty knife, and it feels like there's little posts here. But when I see these tanks, I don't usually see them with like a hole or anything. So if any of you guys know, Roger, I need one of them pin pullers. Yeah, I've gotten these off before. These are just 2 tabs. You can just kind of get in behind them and find them and kind of work them out. I would hate to break these emblems, because if you've been on eBay at all, you know that. Here, let me get you down low a little bit more, so you can kind of see what's going on. Try and get this off. Like, seriously, this is live. I mean, I'm just live streaming right now. I'm assuming this Honda badge comes off. I think this is where like the whole patience play really comes into it. I know how these come off because the 70 had these. And it was just a matter of getting in behind them and pulling it off from the peg, but not pulling it so much that you break the piece. This stuff could be kind of stubborn. A little worried, honestly, because I really don't want to break these. These are not cheap. The emblems are pure freaking gold. Just kind of going really slow. It's starting to separate itself just a little bit from the tank. Isn't this a great tank color and tank design on these, though? This blue and white stripe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to replicate that or what. That maybe this one I'm going to learn how to paint a stripe in a tank. I don't know. Almost feels like there's a little bit of an adhesive or something holding this on there, and there technically shouldn't be. It should just pop. And the Honda one should be the same way. Yeah, I can feel the tag. You can feel it when you push in the putty knife. And usually when they go, they just kind of go. It is slowly moving its way out of here, but under here there does feel to be like a little bit of an adhesive. We'll end up repainting these, or cleaning them up at least. There we go. Ooh, that was a good pop. That moved. It's got to go slow, guys. You do not want to break these. Here, I'm kind of looking at it down from the side. There's the sound. That's the sound you're kind of looking for. There, I got one of them. All right, so there's just one on the top, and then there's one down on the bottom. This is a little different than my 70. They redesigned this, I think, just a little bit. Oh, come on. See if we can go 4 for 4 and getting these bad boys off of here. Again, I'm just being real slow. Take it slow. This is going to cost you 40 bucks if you mess this up. Bam. There we go. We got the Honda wing. See, it's a little bit of a kind of a straightening out of, because it looks like it did get hit here, but how cool is that? Got one off. Now, I'm assuming that this Honda badge comes off. Usually, the 70 had 2 screws in between the, one screw between the O, one screw between the D, and you just pulled it off and the whole thing came off. It's so cool to have one of those original wings. And I'm assuming that these must be pins. Oh, yep, there's 2 pins. There, I just got the one. Again, just go real slow. Get in behind it. Don't rush. Don't pry. You don't want to be prying on it. I'm just going to get this tool right behind here. And hopefully I can just rotate this enough. Put just a little bit of pressure on this to lift out. See how I'm bending this back? And there we go. So that's all that is. That's just 2 pegs on the back side of this. Just like that. Oh, god damn, how cool is that? Looks like they had some sort of a sealer on here. This paint hasn't seen the light of day since 1969. But there's one side, all right? One down. Let me give that a quick wipe. If we can get all these elements off of this tank, I think things are going to be pretty good. These things, I don't know, I feel like I should pull up CMSNL or something and see how these work. I'd love to get that off. Just going to drop a little bit of WD-40 down in there. Because if it's just taped on there, I should be able to just 3M it, get it back in place. Because I would like to get these plastic, it's kind of a rubbery piece. So I kind of want to make sure that I can rehydrate this rubber piece and get that off. But I'm not 100% sure how that's connected. Hey, T. Yeah, we're staying safe, man. Everything's good in Michigan. Numbers for the COVID thing are ramping up like nobody's business right now. But I already had COVID. So for me, it's not that, I kind of feel weirdly invincible. Like, I know I'm not. You can probably get it again after a couple months or whatever. But I had COVID, so I'm feeling okay. But the numbers in Michigan, USA are definitely starting to crank up. Just trying to work this. Again, I have no idea how these mount. And I'm trying to feel for like a little pin, anything like that. Oh, yeah, Roger, good idea. Heat, man, coming in with the heat. Like right now, I'm just kind of trying to feel my way around the part to see if there is a pin. You know, and Roger, that's a great point. A little bit of heat might loosen up any kind of adhesive that might be on there. We might try that. Let's move over to the badges. We had good luck with that over here. So let's see if we can do it again. Let's save these badges. My God, go to eBay. Go to eBay right now. I bet like one of these is 25 bucks. I bet this one's probably even more because this is, you don't see these very often. The Honda wings, they're tough. Original ones and not the replica, you know, not replica ones. So it's kind of critical that we get it. But anyway, there's going to be 2 pins in it. Just go slow. Rock it back and forth. And work it evenly from all sides. Oh, God, if we could save these, that would be money. There, that one moved. You kind of hear that when it kind of cracks out just a little bit. You can kind of hear it. You know, it just goes pop, pop. That means there's one, and then there's usually like one more position in there that you got to get out. Again, I'm just gently twisting this flexible putty knife. Trying to work it out. There's another pop. So this bottom one almost went right away. Oh, so close. So close. I can see it. Get it down under here. There we go. I got the first one. So now, once you get one, you can kind of spin it out. There you go. There's one Honda Wing original, 1969. Honda Wing logo. Man, these are awesome. These are metal. It's like legit stuff, man. It's like legit. Legit. All right, we just got this one to go. Let's get this Honda off. Whew, I'm glad that there's pins. Now I know, you know, what's going on here. Okay, I'm just going to work my way around. Let's take a look at this one. We know the pins are between the D and A and right on the line of the H. So we know it's H and right there are kind of where our pins are. And we can try and work this thing out. Thanks for joining the stream tonight, guys. I've been looking forward to this all day. And wanting to start tearing into some of this stuff. Kind of tilt this up just a little. Sometimes I have to sacrifice function for camera angle. I hope you guys understand. Not scratching the tank, that's just that under tape coming out from there. But this is how long it can take to get one of these out, man. Got one end, just like that. Now we can kind of work this one back and forth. Come on, buddy, come on out of there. Get over here again, just some slight pressure, nice flexible, give you a, there we go. Nice flexible putty knife. Does the job like $1,000,000. And there we go. That's actually in really, really good shape. We got all the badges off this tank. How cool is that? And then this thing goes into hardcore rust treatment. This is a really special tank. It's a really special tank, guys. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Roger, we might take you up on this heat thing. I'm going to go back to the one that I've been using. But I'm also going to just take a second to see if I can just track down here real quick a diagram, CMSNL. That's what I like to do for parts. It's an amazing website. And we can go to Honda, motorcycles. And it's got pretty much every damn motorcycle you could possibly think of. 350. Let's see. I think this is a KO. See if we can find the gas tank. See how all these schematics and everything that they lay out for you? It's amazing. I just want to kind of see that part. Gas tank. Usually it's in there. Did I go by it? But look at the detail on this website, guys. Every part, every piece. We'll be using the guide there for sure. Huh, God, usually they have a picture of the gas tank here. Just the frame. Let's go back. Maybe they're failing me right now. KO. It's not a K3. But usually they do have the gas tank on here. Maybe, oh, yeah, there, see? Here you can see it, here's the fuel tank. They don't have that for that particular model, which sadly is the one, that is the one that I would want. Look at this, how they break it down, like what country they were released in. How crazy is that? K472. Here, this one had side covers on it, mounts on it. So let's see if there's a tank on this one. Here we go. So check this out. You can actually click right through here and then go view larger image. Looks like it's just glued on. And look how it's textured back on this side. So there's kind of a grid texture on it. But it looks like it's just an adhesive. Looks like it's just an adhesive that we're looking for. I don't see any other parts or pins or anything that go into that. Would you guys agree? Hey, Richard. Welcome. I got my VHF Marine radio course booked today. Cool, dude. Dude, I always wanted to get my shortwave ham license. I always thought that would be really cool to do. Richard, we're working on this old tank. We're trying to get these old side covers off. And I think what we got to do is get some heat involved. We're going to get a little bit of heat involved. And I think it's going to help us with this. Because based on what we just looked at, I don't think that there is a pin or anything like that on here. So I'm going to go low heat, low. Don't go high heat. And let's just start hitting this thing. Maybe we do a little bit of ASMR, do a little bit of a chat. Let's heat this thing up just a little bit. I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of WD-40 just because I love this stuff, and I don't know. I don't want to dry it out. If anything, I want to give it as much moisture as I possibly can right now. How the hell do these things come off of here? I'm pretty sure that these are just adhesive on there. I didn't see any pin on that. This is awesome. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. We take it slow. We take it one piece at a time on this channel for sure. Oh, good idea, Roger. Let's do it. Let's get the tank hot. That's a really, really good idea. Let's just do it. Let's do it like this. This is why I love this freaking community. So I make sure my heat gun's breathing. Should be fine. Let's heat this thing up. Awesome, dude. Well, it's awesome. It's great to see you, Richard. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining the stream. We're starting to get kind of a group of regulars that keep showing up. It's nice. I'm actually starting to get to know know people's names and stuff. Let's tilt this back over in that direction a little bit if I can. It should get plenty hot. I mean, I could go to high heat. Oh no, it's already getting really nice and warm. Yeah, it's it's plenty hot. It's just got to transfer over. We got to be patient with it. Yeah, it'd be sweet, man. If we could save all 6 pieces off of this tank, we're going to be golden. It will be amazing to save everything. Pure gold. I'm so happy we got these off. Boom, boom. There they are. And my goodness, I wish they would just go back to these Honda wings. These are amazing. I love this logo. I think it's so damn cool. But we got to get these off. Oh yeah, that tank's starting to get nice and warm now. Awesome tip, Roger. Thanks so much. I guess that doesn't stop me from trying to work my way through here just a little bit. Again, if any of you in chat know how these things are attached, to me it looks like they're just an adhesive. Yeah, that tank's starting to get nice and warm now. I would love to know. Could be a goo-gone situation, but I want to save this part more than anything else. I'm not making a ton of progress here. Trying to see if it's getting a little bit buttery, because it's pretty warm right here. Yeah, it's definitely warm. This should be primed to go. A little bit of ASMR action too, huh? Oh, there, it kind of slipped through some stuff. It's definitely moving, guys. This is going to be a little bit of a process, though. Let me try to get you a little bit better shot at what I'm doing here. Try to keep my arms out of the way. Yeah, I've got some... I don't think I have any brake cleaner. Have carburetor cleaner. I can see that from my vantage point here. See, now it's starting to smoke. It's plenty warm. Man. This is tricky. Anybody know the trick? We could try a little carb cleaner. Let's kill that for a sec. I got some carb cleaner here. Might be worth attacking it from the bottom as well. Maybe there's not quite as much adhesive on that bottom side. This kind of makes for a fun, kind of chill stream though. Just trying to pull these things off there. Kind of cool with it. Not doing anything too crazy. But we do have this damn frame just sitting back here like staring at us. Saying, hey, when are you guys going to start working on me? When are you going to start putting some parts back on me? You know? We still got that going on. All right, let's go back to low. Now, I hate to start pounding, but I might be able, I'm going to just try to see if a little bit of a gentle persuasion might help this. That was actually my putty knife that cracked. This is an old one, man. Yeah. These buggers are on there, man. I'm not sure if they come off. Yeah, Ron, I don't think dental floss is going to be strong enough. I'm definitely going to have to investigate this. This tank is nice and hot right now. Okay, there it slid in. So maybe I just got to be patient. I think I just got to be patient here. $50 years of persuasion to come off. Yeah. Probably, man, but I really don't want to break these parts, you know? I really don't want to break the parts. That is going to be tough. This is going to be a challenge tonight, guys. I want to try to attack it here from the bottom. See if, ooh, yeah, that tank is plenty warm. Trying to give you guys a good look at it here too. You can definitely see it. It feels like there is a peg in here. It 100% does feel like there is a peg. Like there, I slipped all the way down in. I'm all the way in. That's great. But when you come up here, I don't want to contort the piece, you know? Give you guys a little bit better, a little further away look maybe. Be more useful to y'all. You know, it's kind of like you got to do one once to know kind of how to do it. And this is the one. And I'm kind of trying to figure out how to do it. It feels like there is a pin here. And again, that cracking that you're hearing, I think that's just my putty knife. Ron, have you tried it with the dental floss? Have you tried doing that? I'm curious. That tank is plenty hot, so hot that I got to put some towels down because I can't just like get my arm down inside here without kind of burning myself. So, kind of weird. There's a lip where the rubber goes over. There's a lip where the rubber goes over. Oh, do you mean that this rubber piece flips onto like something that's welded into the tank, Aaron? If that's the case, I don't really want to mess with this then, because chances of me breaking that are extremely high. Aaron. Aaron is a freaking genius. He just clued us into how this works. There is just a lip. Here, I gotta turn this light off, guys. It's killing me. There, sorry about that. But here it is. Aaron, you got the gold star of the day, buddy. It just pulls out of here. And we got it warm, thanks to Roger's tip. So it's gonna come right off of here. That's how that works, baby. That is how that works. Yeah, so yeah, I thought that there were some stops. There definitely are some stops. They're welded right into this tank, just like that. Aaron, you're the man. It's held on like a brake pedal rubber cover with a metal lip. You can just lift it up and pry it off. Yeah, that's basically how it went. Look at that. That is intact, and we will 100% be able to save this. And how cool is this? Is when you look back at the CSML thing, like there it is. There's that grid on the other side. This is a really, really, really useful resource. There it is. Okay, so we need to get this other side off. I think I just need to point the gun over on that side for a little while, because that definitely made that piece malleable. I think this worked out really, really well too. Hey Tula, how are you, man? Good to see you on the stream. We're disassembling this 69 tank, trying to get all these emblems off of it. So like here, guys, like that heat definitely helped, because right now it's pretty rigid. Like I wouldn't want to bend this right now where it is. I think I would break it. But after it was warmed up, it got really soft. So let's just heat this side of the tank and get this piece kind of nice and kind of rehydrated, I guess, is really what we're going for. Man, putting those back on is going to be something else. Not looking forward to that. Let me give you guys a little uplight. Maybe this will help your viewing pleasure a little bit. How's that? Lighting a little bit better or a little bit worse? This is a challenging setup. It's kind of a big piece. Big piece to be working on tonight. Okay, yeah, it's starting to get warm. Yeah, and it's a little bit softer, but I'm going to keep working in some of this WD. If we go 6 for 6 tonight, guys, I'm going to be amazed. I want to get some of this back on the backside as well. You know, just out of curiosity, I'm actually curious to see what they get for part number 20. Is that what it is? Part number 20. Let's see what they get for part number 20. £18 for one of those. So what's 18 pounds to dollars? Let's put this in there. That's 23 bucks. Plus shipping is going to be fucking a ton. Sorry, there's going to be a ton. There, this thing's getting nice and hot. So, not cheap. We're saving ourselves some money, and this is a nice original part too. See if I can get one section of this started. Yeah, it's nice. It's the heat makes all the difference in the world. The heat makes all the difference in the world. And then go slow. I'm just trying to go as slow as I can, but I'm kind of excited too. Yeah, Dr. BJS for sure. Yeah, it's like that paint hasn't seen the light of day in forever. But I know the paint codes are out there, or maybe not the paint codes, but I know people do reproduce these colors. Oh, we're a little bit hung up on this one corner, so I gotta just pry this out. The tank's really hot. Woo, that tank is hot. Might have got a little, there we go. Just had to get it over that lip. Now we'll be able to lift it up. I'm pulling it up and off. We got all the parts, baby. On that 69, that is amazing. That's awesome. Now let's see if we can take a look at this paint color. See if we can get you a good look at that. It's a little darker. It's tough to get you a good shot. But definitely a good gauge. Yeah, I really want to reproduce this tank color for sure. I may have to learn how to do the stripe. I'm sure it can be done. But again, the inside of this tank looks pretty good on the surface. I don't know what's going on in the back end of it. This is the only thing that's got me concerned, is that we got all this rust kind of down in this part. When I pulled it, I did just cut these off, the connector. I could just pull these off somehow. Yeah, man, this thing was a find. It looks wonderful, absolutely. This thing was a find. And the fact that it's complete, it's like a perfect bike. Like if this was a first restoration, this would like almost be a perfect kind of an entry-level kind of a bike for somebody. I think we can go ahead and just put this into Evaporust. I do want to get these two bad boys kind of off of here, though, because we want to treat the whole tank. Yeah, of course, I broke that, so we're going to have to fight that a little bit here. Yeah, it's blue. It's a bright blue for sure. I don't really get any purple out of it. But it's blue. I hope so, Dr. BJS. I hope so, but we're going to get rid of it. We're going to get rid of that stuff. We're going to get it off of there. Get it off of that tank. It does feel like it's just surface rust, but I don't know, man. Just trying to get these kind of remnants from the crossover off. I mean, we do it live, guys. There ain't nothing sexy about this stream. We just kind of do it, and we kind of work our way through it. No matter how long it takes, you know, we just kind of got to keep working through it. I'm getting a little sidetracked from the Apocalypse bike, but not really, because the next thing we're going to work on tonight is directly for that. So there we go. I got that off. Now this is going to be ready for a bath in Evaporust. I just need to find a bin big enough to do the whole thing. That is the only problem. But I feel like I might have one right here. Don't mind me. I'm just shucking a bunch of parts out of the way. Anybody need any used shocks? Let's see if this will fit. Will it fit in here? I was hoping this was going to fit, but I don't think it's going to fit. Shoot. Thought that looked to be about perfect. There we go. I really just want to get the bottom. Ah, there's a crack over here, so this ain't gonna work. But ultimately, I just want to find a container I can put that whole tank into. And I might have just found it. Let's try this one. And that'll go. That'll go. Oh, wow, it's too high. I can't even put my thing on it. Here we go. Ah! This might work. Tula, it would have totally fit in the 55-gallon drum. 100%. Yeah, it's gonna, oh yeah, it squeezes right down in here. Boom. Just like that. Now it's time. It is time. For this first pass, guys, I'm just gonna use, I do have a ton of used Evapo-Rust. So this ain't new Evapo-Rust. It's used. It's pretty used up, actually. But if I can get this thing filled up, I think I should be able to and submerge the whole tank. Let's do it. Oh, I just spilled it all over myself. Go, go, Evapo-Rust. I really, if I can just get the bottom end of this thing submerged, I'd be satisfied with that, because that's really the only thing I'm worried about. I wish I had that 55 gallons of Evapo-Rust right now. It would come in very handy, but I do not. I think I have another gallon or so over here that I could use. No, I think that is it on the Evapo-Rust. That's what I've got to work with tonight. And I'm gonna flip it over. There we go. There we go. See that? Can you guys see that? So I've got it down. So the bottom of the tank is submerged. That's about all I'm going to be able to do with it for now. But I tell you what, if I let that sit for a few days like that, it's going to be a lot easier to clean up. I guess I could just go and sandblast it too, but I don't want to go do that. We'll let the Evapo-Rust do just a little bit of work on that. I think it'll be okay. And I can come rotate it. And then I actually did order another 5 gallons of Evapo-Rust, so I'll have fresh Evapo-Rust to work with when we do the inside of this tank, which actually looks really, really, really clean. You're starting to get worried there for a minute? I was starting to get worried about that side panel for sure. Yeah, it took, Tula, oh man, you submerged all your stuff. It took 5 gallons to do that. Holy crap. I'm gonna just go put this in a safe spot. Another little push down. I might even chuck some other parts or something in that too. All right, so Tula, he's got his kind of going. That's awesome. So, David, really good idea. What I could do, let me think. I could fill up the sides of it with some other stuff that I need to Evapo-Rust at this point. I might as well just throw that stuff in the tank. Problem is, I'm kind of out of things to Evapo-Rust, believe it or not. Yeah, no, David, I'm 100% with you, man. That would work. I just don't really have much to put in there. I do have this. Oh, here's my last batch of Evaporust. This is what I do. These bins for doing wheels, they fit freaking perfectly. So you can just drop a wheel in this entire bin and it works out great. There's my new bin. But check this out. So I had one of the rims, boom, just totally submerged in Evaporust. I drained it, obviously. Blasphemy. There's always something to throw at Evaporust. Totally. I've been using a lot of Evaporust lately, man. You're doing a good job, bro. You can tell you're really comfortable with this stuff. I enjoy watching your personality comes through. Listen to the podcast. You're great on it. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate that, man. I'm just having fun. I figure as long as I'm having fun, it should be okay. So remember these rusty, crusty damn things? So these just slept in Evaporust. And these are we're going to be able to polish these back. This one's a little bit rougher, I let this drain out. But I'm wondering if we can just polish these up too, right? For the Apocalypse bike, okay, not the 69. Here's those headlight bucket things we were looking for in the last stream. I remember I derusted them, put them in there. Yeah, there's 4 of them right here. So here's all of my grounding cables for all of that. I'm really pleased with how in beautiful shape this came out. Look at that. I just bought another bike, Roger. I just haven't disassembled it yet. This is going to clean up beautifully. And then we've got, you know, all of our light posts. We got bolts. Got some exhaust flange covers. We got our sprocket, that all cleaned up really, really good. Here's a front sprocket. I think that was just an extra one. I just threw that in there for the hell of it. Swing arm bolt. It looks really black on the camera, Terrence. It's towards its end of life, but it's not quite black. It's more of a kind of a brown now. But on camera, I did notice on the watch back, I was like, oh, Jesus, that stuff looks nasty. But it's not that bad in IRL. All right, here's all our rear wheel pieces. Those are all derusted. Got a flange. So we got all these parts sitting here. Basically, all these need to do is be rinsed off with water and then polished, which we can do very, 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 very quickly on that buffing wheel. You know, that's not going to take anything at all. That's nothing. So I'll clean that up. We've got that. How many more projects do we need, guys? How many more projects do we need? Well, we got another big freaking project right here. There it is, man. The frame. We can actually start doing some serious work on this motorcycle. Yeah, Roger, this is like the 3rd time that I filtered it. So, yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use it many more times. It does kind of lose its oomph a little bit, but it'll knock stuff out. But it is like the 3rd time I've recycled it. So the stuff's getting a little bit of end of life on me. Tula, yeah, I tried. I did try to get that engine to roll over. I got to turn this light back on. I tried to get that engine to roll over last night. I did get the spark plugs out of this one, and they came out easily, which on the 1972, if you follow the video series, that was an absolute nightmare. So, yeah, the spark plugs came out. I filled them. Well, not filled them, but I dumped a ton of Marvel Mystery Oil in them. They sat for about 12 hours. I did it last night. I went out this morning, kind of stood on it, stomped on it lightly a little bit. Nothing moved. I did it again probably about, I don't know, 4 o'clock, and nothing moved yet. So it's been a good 24 hours Marvel Mystery Oil in, and it's not budging yet. So, but fingers crossed, maybe it will come around. Who freaking knows with that deal? That's going to be a whole other deal to be walking down. All right, so we've got a frame. All the parts are over back in here. Like all the minty bits, everything is there. The only thing I don't have done yet is the chain guard, which I'll probably be doing a video about doing that this weekend. I've got a little plan for that. But we got a frame. And we got a full front fork setup that we can go through too. So the front end's gonna come together quick. The thing that's I think is gonna suck a ton of our time is gonna be polishing these wheels, because they're not rusted out to the point to where I feel like I have to delace these. And if I could get away with not delacing them, that would be pretty nice. I would like to get away with it, but I need to experiment with a few things in order to figure out what maybe my best approach is. Let me prepare the table here for probably, it has nothing to do with the 1969 CB, but it came with the 1969 CB. Ooh, I just put my gas cap down there. This might be one of the biggest wins, and I really haven't looked at it. I pulled it off the bike, and I really haven't looked at it, so we're kind of getting a first real close look at this together. I'm going to put all these parts in a really safe spot. Where is a safe spot in this shop? I'm not sure there is one. I'm not sure there is one. Let's see. Here we go. Man, getting all six of those pieces off is absolutely beautiful. All right. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a 1969 CL350 exhaust. And it's all in one freaking piece, which absolutely blows my mind. All right, let me grab a pair of gloves here, fresh pair. And let's take a look at this thing. Because what I'm envisioning now for this is to do black wrap, like let's clean it. Let's get it nice and clean. Let's get it all de-rusted. And then let's do black wrap. And then I can freshly paint this with heat paint to make that look again. Yeah, Tula, it's a huge score if we don't find anything crazy today. You know, if we don't find any huge holes, but it's not, it's kind of like, it's not falling apart, not like the other ones that I've seen. So I'm feeling pretty positive, but I haven't looked at the underside of it. I haven't taken this cover off yet. Here's the back side of it. This is all just surface rust. Let me grab, let's see if I got a scissor around here. Ah, screw it, we'll just go in. I'm really just looking for any holes in this exhaust, because if there are no holes in this exhaust, it's incredible. It's worth every penny that I paid for the entire bike, if that's the case. I've just got WD-40, and I've got Scotch-Brite pad, and this is just a real quick clean just to see what we've got here, man. This is actually really big because, you know, to the right person who like needs this, if it is in one piece and it's good to go, no, I thought that was a hole, but that's a natural drain hole for the bottom of that. Let's get this bracket off and let's see what's underneath here. I think that's going to be really important. Let's see. I think that's a 12. Yep. Gonna be a 12. Got to dig through my tools just a little bit. There's a 14. There's my 10. I just need a 12. That might be it. Yep, it's a 12. Let's see if we can break this loose. So far, every single nut that I've turned on this bike has come willingly. And there's that snap. There's that beautiful snap. This is such a gold mine, guys. If this plays out to be true, and I'm not seeing any holes in this as I'm kind of looking around while I'm turning this wrench. I'm not seeing anything. So here we've got a nut and a locking washer. Man, and the fact that these exhaust ones are coming off so good is really a good sign. And there's another bracket down below. See this one, we'll get this one off too. So there's a little bit different kind of a hang up. Yeah, Terrence, that's kind of the next deal, is trying to heat that damn thing up a little bit, but there's some other signs on that engine that kind of had me a little worried that it might be blown out. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, so this bracket just comes right off. Looks like the bent side goes out. So just for reference, it goes out. Bend goes out towards the front. That'll be a piece. Here's a rubber piece in here. We'll recondition all of that. We'll sandblast all of this. Yeah, Richard, Marvel Mystery Oil is sitting in there as we speak, trying to get that to loosen up. It's been in there for 24 hours. It hasn't moved yet. So we're still working on that. And that's going to be a 14. They upped the size just a little bit on us. Yep, they changed it up on us. Now I'm going to need a 14 wrench over here. Let's see. Where might I have, oh, there we go. There's a 14 here. You know it's rusty when the wrench kind of goes on. Pull that apart. Yeah, so far so good on this 69. I mean, everything's moving. Everything's coming apart. So that came off just like this. It was on, and it looks to be pretty much the same, but it goes, again, it reaches outward. It reaches outward from the base. Oh yeah, this whole bolt should come out of there. And again, I'm trying to keep all the parts nice and organized because, you know, a lot of this is going to be able to go back together. You know, these bolts will clean up. Everything's going to be fine. Trying to see if I can get this out of there. I think I need an extension. All my tools are kind of all over the place because I've been kind of back and forth in and out of the garage and working on the bike, looking at that bike, and yep, there we go. This one's coming out. This bolt will come out. It's the first time I've ever seen one of these, so, you know, I want to do a good job at documenting, you know, everything that I'm taking apart here. So now that damn bolt's stuck, there we go. There's that 14. So I'll go ahead and take that 14. I'll put it back on here. Just to keep stuff together. I mean, just stay as organized as you can, especially if you're working on stuff that you're not really that familiar with. All right, this could be the challenge of the night, though. I would love to get that cover off of here. And it looks like there's going to be 4 of them. There is no way in hell those are going to move. No way. No way. No way. Got my impact driver. Got my heaviest screwdriver available, flat. See if it'll turn. You got to be kidding me. Oh my God, I can't believe that's turning, guys. Can you believe that? It turned. Oh man. You know, seeing what's underneath this cover is going to be key. This bad boy is stuck on there, though. Can you believe that turned? Oh, with which light? We can do that? Is that better for you? Come on. Can't believe that turned. As far as I can tell, Tula, I do have it in gear. I don't know what gear it really is. It's not real smooth, you know, changing through. But yeah, if I get it in 4th gear, that's kind of what I've been trying to do. Oh, there might be just a little bit of rot on this bottom edge, but it's not crazy. It's not crazy at all. Okay, this bolt is really rusty. Let's come back to that. Awesome question, Richard. Oh my God, that one turned too. I can't believe this is all turning, guys. Look at that awesome detail. I just noticed this. This says Honda right here. It's embossed. Oh my God, I can't wait to sandblast that. So just a little bit of a rust hole, but I think we'd be able to patch that with that aluminum tape. It's not any bigger than what we dealt with on the 72. Okay, we got 2. Let's go for 3. A lot of downward pressure. Oh, wow. Wow. If I could just get a good grip on that other one, I'm confident we could get it out. Man, I thought these were going to take me an hour tonight on the stream. I thought it was going to take me forever to get those out. All right, we're down to this bad boy. I have to work it up over here. Yeah, it's not, there's nothing to grab onto here. It's all stripped out. So one of the things, okay, so if you run into this kind of a situation, let me give you a close look. It's just rounded out. Ooh, there you go. See, it's just round. And there's not really enough surface area. If I had to go right, I think I could go right, but the outside, yeah, the outside is gone. See how it's just kind of rolling over? I'm going to dig a little bit of a, I'm going to try to dig a little bit of a trench. I think that's my goal here on this. So let's give you a good look here. Get you focused. There you go. And let me see if I can find my Dremel. Kind of done with the heat gun right now, so I can plug the Dremel in. And let's see, I have safety glasses. Always a good idea. Safety glasses. See if we can dig into this trench just a little bit more. So kind of see what I did there? I hope you guys were able to see that, but I just kind of dug the trench just a little bit more. I might have to go a little bit more. Might have to go a little bit more just to get this screwdriver to kind of go on there. Yep, gonna have to try to go just a little bit deeper. Just not quite getting the grip that I need out of that. So let's try to give you a little bit better view. See if I can keep it a little more steady this time. Yep, this one doesn't want to move. This one doesn't want to move. That's okay. We'll get it. So what's the deal with the fourth gear? I'm actually really interested in this too. I got to put my glasses back on. It allows the rear wheel to rotate more to gain some momentum to transfer the crankcase. You bump start any manual transmission vehicle high gear, especially diesels, if that's what you say. I'm guessing, okay. How's the boat going? Right, that's probably should be the question of the damn night, man. How's the damn boat? I'm gonna dig into this a little more. Yeah, move this camera just a little bit. Sorry, guys. Trying to get this one out of here. Man, that one's being a little booger. Trying to put all my weight on it. Yeah, this one might be a sacrificial. And I don't want to break the head off of this because then that creates a whole other problem, right? So I'm going to go and degress just a little bit into like everything that I've ever learned. In the past, when I would run into this, I would just go grab a pair of vice grips and break this thing through. Tula, I don't think. Let's try the impact. We could try it. We can definitely try it. The problem is that the ridge just really isn't in that bolt. Let's try it. Tula, you freaking the man. Oh, I just, oh, God damn it. Oh, did you guys see that? No, you guys didn't see that at all. Oh. Yeah, we got that turning. Impact driver, it did bite in there. Just enough. But it's gonna take a hell of a beating. Oh no, Tula, I don't have a cordless impact. Or I do actually. I just never use it. I just always use this archaic thing. I'm trying not to hit it too damn hard so that I'm flexing anything. That one is stuck, guys. I'm gonna get just a little piece of wood. Little something. Well, this is the only impact driver that I have, guys. I have an electric one, but that seems, I don't know, I've honestly never used it. I've never actually ever used it. I've just always gone to my old school impact. What I want to do is I just want to get a little bit of support in here. So when I'm beating the hell out of this, that it works. There we go. I mean, this was the first tool I started working with that really changed the whole game for me. I was like, wow, all those bolts don't have to be a giant pain in the ass. This is a slow mover, guys. I mean, it's moving, but it's gonna be a while. So I'm gonna actually do a little tandem. I think I might be able to get this out of here. Yeah, I don't have a blowtorch. That's the problem. But that'll work. There it is. Yeah, that was it. I thought it broke off. It didn't break off. It's good. There's our cover. Cover's off. This is all just surface rust. Yeah, Garvin, that's exactly the route we went, man. Easy. Clamp on that bad boy. Clamp it out. I'm with you. We did that. All right, so that cover's there. This is going to sandblast beautiful. There's a couple dings in it. I don't think I'd even bother with that, with fixing it. I don't see any cracks. There's like this, there's a scratch right here. That doesn't go all the way through, so we can blast that. Money. It's amazing. I'm going to drop that into the side of the evapor rust in the bin with the tank. So that's going to sit in the tank. Now is the moment of truth. Here's the one issue here. Clean this up just a little bit for you so you can see it. But man, still at the end of the day, if this is the only imperfection I'm finding, this ain't bad. Try and get this thing propped up here. What is that? I think that's the brass ring. Yeah, I was just looking at something else, but here, if we look, so this side's good, but right there, just a little bit of rust damage there. See that? Not terrible. It does go through. And I don't see another hole. That's not a hole. Let's go over here. See, this is what this is looking like. That should probably be patched up. But that's it. That is not bad. That is not bad. Let's see if we can get this main header pipe off, because we'll want to put a new crush gasket in that for sure. But that is the only imperfection I'm seeing in this exhaust. All of this still feels pretty good. Check out a tool called Shake and Break. I will do that, man. This isn't rusted through here at all. Just this one little hole. If that's the worst of it, this is incredible. Right? Like that's totally fixable. That is 100% fixable. That's not even a big deal. But we do need to try to get this whole thing apart here. on this. If anything's going to be crusty, I would guess that this would be a perfect candidate for being very crusty. Okay, I'm going to take my ring off. I'm going to take my watch off. My hands get so slippery when I'm wearing those gloves. It drives me mad. But I want to try to get this exhaust apart. Now this top piece doesn't come off. That just stays there. So it's really encouraging to see all of that there. I got the new compressor, I don't know, a week and a half ago or so. Kind of a splurge. I saw it on the marketplace, and I knew I had a whole ton of sandblasting ahead of me, and my 1-horse 10-gallon just wasn't going to do it. I'm telling you guys, just by upgrading my compressor, a job that would take me 3 hours before, like spraying down or like sandblasting the swing arm or something like that, it would take me 3 hours to do that. I did it in like 20 minutes with this new compressor. Like I could do a whole bike in a day leisurely. That's a 6-horse, 60-gallon. And it seemed to just do the job. It's turning. Barely, but it's turning. There it went. Oh, there. It turned. Yeah, Tula, it's a game changer. Total game changer. It changes my whole, like, timeline. Changes my whole timeline for working on these bikes, honestly. It's coming. Woo! It takes a little bit of work here, guys. It does take a little bit of work. Oh, come on. Hit and twist. Just, you gotta keep it all working together. There we go. That is a booger. Well, that's gonna get our clamp off. So there's that bolt. Just like that. Now this should come off of here. Should be able to just slide this off of here. Come on, buddy. There we go. There's our clamp. Actually doesn't look that bad. I'm going to go throw this in the Evapo-Rust bucket as well. Now, getting this bad boy off. And without disturbing anything else that's really going on this exhaust. Yeah, this could be tricky. This is all really hot stuff, so I need to get the short bar out. Oh my God, did you guys just see it just move? Yeah, Roger, I actually have acetylene tanks in my shed that I picked up, but I don't know how to use them yet, but I do have a plan to learn. So then I will have an acetylene welder, which would be another game changer. It would be an upgrade in the shop significantly. Look at this, guys. This might actually come out of here. Oh my God. That is 1,000,000 times easier than what I thought. Here's that crush ring, or that gasket here that I was talking about. We'll put a new one of those on. Let's see what's going on here. There's a little bit of a chip action here. What's going on? I wonder if that's just a crush ring. No, that looks like it's on the inner ring. That looks like it might be on that inner ring. I think that's still fixable. I think that's still fixable. See how that's kind of bent off? Thought that was just a crush ring, but it looks like it might have actually been. No, it is just a crush ring. Oh, that's amazing. That is just a crush ring. Okay, that's that copper brass ring. Need a flat screwdriver here. Yeah, because it's coming off like super uniformly. So that would mean that this, yeah, that's all that is. Now these are like a thin wall. This is just different than most of the bikes. They have like a thicker wall. Yeah, that should come out clean. Oh man, if I can just get it out of there. Yeah, Chula, that's all it is. I think it's just the crust gasket. It's all corroded. Doesn't look like it's part of the thing. It's just really sharp. Really sharp though. Let's get that collar off of there. I can't believe how easily this came apart. I'm gonna go take both of these collars. I'm gonna go throw these into the evaporust. Start raising the water level and get that going. I can deal with the crush gasket later. I can deal with this later. This is what I'm most interested about. This all looks intact. Guys, this all looks intact. This joint, this upper edge, this is what I was most worried about, is what was behind here. And this pipe 100% looks solid. Roger, I might want to start melting stuff. Yep, the welds here are all perfect. Man, so as long as I can get at this in a reasonable manner, and I've already got WD-40 all over it. So we're starting to use the water displacement, you know, to kind of stop the rust at least. Now again, I'm not really too worried about saving the chrome on these, because I'm going to wrap this in black anyway. That would be the plan for the Apocalypse bike. Look at that. You know, this is going to be that whole ordeal where we just go to work. I'd probably get an electric drill, a wire wheel, and just start working this thing and trying to get it not all knocked out, get all the rust off of it. Right now I'm just, again, trying to treat everything as good as I can. So this is awesome. It's amazing. Oh, awesome. I didn't lose any power. My control strip fell down. I mean, really, I think this is about as far as I need to go on this tonight. It's just, I just kind of want to get it all hit. Get it all hit, let it all sit, and then we'll come back and we'll give this thing a really solid once over. Again, that's the only hole in this. And I think we can deal with that. I think we can deal with that, even if they have to cut this area out and weld that in. It's going to be fine because it doesn't at least feel like it's bled over into here. Either way, for what I paid for that bike, it's totally worth fixing. Like, no doubt about it. The fact that this weld right here is still in 100% condition just blows my mind. Because usually they just all rot out right here. This whole section just goes to shit really, really fast. I want to make sure I'm not missing any chat, guys. Oh, let me switch over. You know, David, I'm sure they probably do rust inside. It's a really good question. I'm sure I would assume that they would rust on the inside just as they would anywhere else. But compared to everything I've read and everything I've seen, this looks like $1 million. This looks like worth what I paid for that motorcycle, to be quite honest. Roger, I gave $300 for the bike. $300 US. $300 US for that bike. As it sits, of course. You know, it needs a lot of work. But yeah, $300. I couldn't really turn that down. It'll be a year or two before it's back on the road again anyway, unless this turns into like a really productive winter. But I think this is the exhaust for the Apocalypse bike, 100%. Yeah. One little hole that I'm pretty confident we can actually fix, which is huge. It's amazing. Oh, totally. Yeah, Dr. BJS, yeah, 100%. In Michigan, titles are really easy to get. It's not difficult at all as long as you're a Michigan resident. You have a bill of sale. You have a picture of it. I don't think they even need the picture. I just bring it just for effect. And yeah, you just sign them up and you get one. I think it costs like $50. So luckily in Michigan, it's really easy to get a title for these bill of sales. You just have to make sure you get a bill of sale, because if you don't get a bill of sale, then that can be kind of a pain in the ass from what I've heard. But I've always had a bill of sale. Just get the guy, if you buy it, just make sure, just go online and print a free one, you know, bill of sale. I should put one of those on my website, actually. I'm building that out right now. I should actually put that on there. Roger, exhaust do rush from the inside out, 4 strokes anyway, 2 strokes, coat the inside with oil, helps them last longer. Yeah, I mean, what would be the harm of submerging this entire exhaust in evaporust? Oh, I hate to sound like a, you know, broken record, but it would knock out anything on the inside of it. I don't think it would hurt anything, honestly. I don't care, man. This is such a freaking win right now. No, I didn't need a bill of sale from the person who had the title even. It was just the person who sold it to me. The 72, the guy didn't have a title. It wasn't his bike. He found it on some property that he had bought. And he sold it to me with a bill of sale. This guy, yeah, I don't think he owned it either. Or had it in his name and a title, and just did a bill of sale. So you just need a bill of sale to do that. Yeah, Michigan's really easy. I was really surprised with how easy it was. Man, I'm pleased. Yeah. This is well worth every penny. Like, this is worth $300 to clean this up, this exhaust alone. Plus, you throw the tank on top of that. The tank, the badges, and the exhaust are worth way more than $300. Because each one of the badges, I would guess, would be $25. So that's $100. The rubber things, those are $20. That's $140. The tank, in the condition it is, I see them selling on eBay all the time for $120. You know, so Nice. All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to submerge this whole thing when I get that. I should have just bought that 55-gallon bottle, a gallon thing of Evaporust. I should have just did that. Yeah, that would have been good. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do with this because this is a really special exhaust, and it's going to look freaking cool on that silver and black bike with the black cover and the black wrap. I can just see it, right? Like I'm starting to see it a little bit, and to see how fun this could actually be. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Let's look at something else. I don't know how much energy I got tonight, guys, honestly. It's been a week. It's been a week. Those were the two things that I really wanted to kind of jam on tonight were these. Dun, 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 dun. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. I can go there. I wish that fit in that bin of Evaporust. I might be able to get this end in there. Won't hurt it any if I do that. Lay it in there. The last little piece that I got really excited about on this deal too was the headlight or the rear brake light was on there. And these little round lights, these are tough to find, man. I don't see a lot of these on eBay when I'm perusing around. This lens is in really good shape. It's not cracked. I don't even really see there's one scuff in it right here. But here's that little light. So Tula Tom from the channel, he hooked me up with a brake light and a rear fender. And just look how different these lights got. The lights got a ton bigger over the years. And this just happens to be that old style 69. And the lights got big as we moved through everything here. So I don't know. I think that's kind of cool because I don't think there's that many of these around. At least I don't see many of them. Maybe I haven't been looking for them, but it's there. It's got its original. It's got the mount. It's even got both the rubber mounts. Everything is still on there for both of them, both sides. Everything is there. This will be 100% restored. And take a look at this. This is crusty, but we can sandblast all of this, paint this, make it look beautiful. Looks like it got crunked a little bit here. Somebody dumped this bike once, but luckily that lens survived, and that's pretty huge. So this lens will probably go on the Apocalypse bike. This one will definitely stay with the 69 for sure. Yeah, we're so close. I mean, I'm just a little bit of ambition away from like really starting to put this all together. And for it to all just start kind of flying together, it's going to be pretty exciting. I think the next thing that I just kind of need to psych myself up for just a little bit is really just diving into that front fork, getting that front forks done. I think that'll be a big deal. I need to go ahead and do like a daytime live stream where I can really pound on metal, because I do need to knock the races out of this the frame back there, and that's kind of noisy to be going and doing that at whatever time of day it is. What time is it right now, guys? Oh man, it's 9:44. Yeah, so I can't really knock the races out too soon. Yeah, what else? Roger, you like the smaller light? I love the smaller light. It's just so freaking appropriate for that entire motorcycle. It's amazing. Let's go see if anybody's joined the Facebook group. If you haven't done that yet and you're watching the stream, man, please come and join us over on Keep On Wrenching. Let's go back over. Let's close this out. See anything going on. Any member requests? I'd love to get to 40 tonight. We're at 39 members, which I think is pretty cool. Last update was Terrence. And he has let Evaporust take over his bathroom. You just have to respect a man who does that. And then here as the the tour. Let's click on this real quick. For those of you who didn't see it, I can mute this. You can go watch it on the channel. But take a look at this first bike. I think this is pretty damn cool. Whoa. Messed up for you there. They're making me watch an ad on my own damn video. Are you kidding me? Varmints. Hey guys, when you do watch the videos, if you watch the ads, it does help me out. So that's always nice when you can do that. Ooh, there we go. The tank is clean. I think we'll be able to get this thing spotless, 100%. Look at that. See, I noticed there too that one of those front signals is different. No. Terrence said it's his bathroom. I believe he does have a lady in his life. There's that fender, that original fender. Those are tough. And it had the key in it. There's that exhaust. We're going to be able to do something really, really, really cool with this bike. Had both the air filter covers. Man, part of me just wants to go crank up the air compressor outside right now and just go blast that cover and get it ready for paint. Got another set of carburetors to do. I mean, it all is starting all over again. Yeah, Tula, I gave my frame a shower. Yeah, that's how I did that. I decreased one in my basement shower. Wifey didn't mind. I'm not sure. She doesn't really use this bathroom down here, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. Like, look at the gray switches, the gray bucket, and like all of that. I like the gray on the handlebars, on the handlebar mount, and all of that too. You know, that's all gray, or maybe it's silver. I have to go look back at some pictures that are going to show all of that. I got a seat pan there. I'll be able to sandblast that. I got a friend that's going to try and redo that seat. We're already diving into it, man. It's kind of like this. I'm looking at it historically now myself. I'm just like, oh, I only had it looking like that for a couple days before we started kind of tearing it apart. Biggest question on that battery for sure. It's like that looks like a freaking classic 60s battery. Like that looks like an old school battery. Well, Roger, it just depends on how neatly you do it, because you can do this relatively neatly. You know, you don't have to be a total, greaser, and be a total slob when you're building this stuff out, Yeah, that freaking original key. How cool is that? That is amazing. I couldn't believe it when I looked at it and the key was freaking hanging there. Labrat, on Facebook, visiting group, I don't see the join button. Are you logged into Facebook? Do you have a Facebook account? That would be the first question. Because you should be able to just see it. It should just be like join. Otherwise, you could private message me your email, and I could probably invite you to it as well. I wouldn't do that in the chat, though, just because you don't want to be sharing stuff like that over chat, because some people suck. Not any of you in here currently, but, there's always some lurkers hanging around up to no good. Yeah, it's incredible. I've been on kind of a high ever since I got this bike, honestly. Just get excited like looking at it. Yeah, there should be a little join button. Okay, Don. Bam, Don, you're in. Who's Don in the chat? Let's see. Who's Don in the chat? Oh, there's Don. There he is. Donnie Gibbon. Okay. Have a 76 CL350 sitting in the garage. You inspired me to get it cleaned up and running. Awesome, dude. Go make it fucking happen, dude. It's not that hard. It's just time. Roger, 2:45 a.m. here. Yeah, it's early your live stream, please. Yeah, sorry, I tried to get on at 7, but I got a little tied up with a couple things with work. And then I had to clean all this and set this all up, and I was like, I ain't gonna make it. I'm gonna have to do 8 o'clock, and plus that gave me a chance to eat just a little bit of food. But yeah, I would ideally love to be starting the live streams at 7, and then I could be done by 10, and then it doesn't like wreck my whole night. That would be huge. All right, Lab Rat, did you figure this thing out yet? What's going on? Let's get you in the group. How do we get you in the group? Let's refresh. Let's see if you got it. Nope, not in here yet. We'll come back to it, but damn, there's that freaking beautiful bike again. Get that stupid ad out of here. Yeah, it's pretty fun, guys. Crushing it. All right. What do we got? What are we looking at here? Looking at 1:52. So we're going on a 2-hour live stream again. We knocked out a gas tank and emblems, and we knocked out the 69 exhaust, which is huge. Let's hop over here to this camera. I mean, this is the next mountain to climb right here. Is the frame. Oh, it's already got dust on it. That sucks. But we got ourselves a frame. Oh, it shows your name. It shows your name. So you think you're logged in. So you should be logged in. Are you on mobile or are you on desktop? I guess that would be my other question to you. Like, we're kind of getting to that point where we can start adding little things. Let's see, where did that go? Yeah, that goes up in, where the hell did this go? Oh yeah, it goes like this. No. Oh my God. My God, it goes in here. Because the motor goes there, dummy. So this goes like this. And this will drop all right in there. So this all just drops in. Hopefully. Although I shouldn't be putting this in there right now because I have to put the wiring harness in. So let's hold off on that. Because we're just going to have to take it out again. We have pretty much everything we need to really start putting this together. What am I missing? A rear brake pad is one thing I'm missing. You know, guys, I might have to do just like a weekend stream now because we're so damn close to getting this all kind of wired up and together. I mean, we got a brand new wiring harness ready to drop in. We've got beautiful black shocks. Oh, I don't have the rubber, but beautiful black shocks are going to go on here just like that. Yeah, John just joined. No, what was his name? Donnie Gibbon just joined the group. Isn't that black? That's going to look freaking cool. Oh, man, guys. The one thing I would like to maybe test, is just to kind of see what this could look like. There's our tank. It's like that. Let's go back just a little bit. That could look cool. That would be, oops. Oh. Just like that. And what I really wish would work, but I don't think it's going to work, and this is probably the thing I need to test out, is this seat. Yeah, oh, the seat isn't going to work because I need a side seat. Yeah, I need a side seat in order to deal with this. But I think what I'm going to do is a very similar seat, just like this. Let me grab this handheld. Here we go. That could be a really cool looking bike. I'd have to get a CL seat with a side hinge. That CL seat, that was a 1970 CL frame that I discovered was rotted out. But I just love this seat. And I just think, like, on the silver, I think this could look really, 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 really sharp. Right? But the black shocks. And then on the other side, we have that black wrapped exhaust with the black cover. And then I'm also thinking of doing a stripe around here like this. So I actually ordered some pinstripe to be able to do that. I think that could look pretty damn cool. I think it could look really, really cool. What do you think of that? Tula? Yeah, I think it's gonna look really, really sharp. Labrat, wait, I see my name when click the ellipses at the end of the pics to the left of the blue invite button. Maybe I've already joined. I feel like maybe that is possible. Let me hop over there and let me check the members. Where the hell do I even do that? Oh my God, Facebook keeps changing like everything. Labrat, I don't know what your real name is. I highly doubt it's Labrat. What's your first name? Colonel Sparky? Dan? Bob? I don't know. Go look at the members list. You're probably already in there. Who freaking knows, man? Folsom. Okay, well let me see if I can find you in here. Fogarty. Yeah, John Folsom. You joined about a month ago. You're already a member, dude. We sold you the first time, man. We sold you the first time. Yeah. So many projects, guys. Like, it's to kind of reassembly time. I have an engine that I know will drop into this motorcycle. And it should run, should shift, should do everything. So I feel really good about it. Man. It's hard to believe I'm at this spot because usually like sandblasting the frame and sandblasting all the parts was like a 2-month project in order for me to like get that all done. And then like literally in like 5 hours this weekend, I got the frame and all the parts done with that new sandblasting setup. And now it's done. And now it's all just kind of sitting there staring at me. And I guess I just need the energy to like be like, let's go. You know, let's do it. Let's knock this out. Because this really, I'm like almost there. I'm not sure I'm there right now though. Yeah. Man, the other thing is we have all of this as well. So this would probably be a stream all into itself right here. Just doing the front forks, working our way through all of that stuff. So that's going to be a project and a half, man. There's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of parts in play. We've got to do all the bearings. We got to do the tapered bearings. But first, I got to get those bearings out. Or the not the bearings, but the races. I got to get the races out of that. And, you know, maybe that's one thing that we could try and do tonight. Might be a little loud, though. I just don't want to be super loud tonight. Yeah, we shouldn't do that. I was going to say, like, off of our triple tree, we might be able to pound that race out. But I just don't want to go there tonight. Just a little noisy. Just a little noisy. 2 hours has flown by. A dedicated live stream? Dude, like, just go. Just buy a bunch of freaking cocaine and beer and just get it done. Just do like a 48-hour live stream and just go. That would be insane. I would make so many mistakes. I promise, though, I'm not going to get, on the live stream at least, I'm not going to get super distracted with the 69, okay? I thought it was relevant tonight because, one, it was a new bike, and plus we needed the exhaust for the Apocalypse bike. So I'm going to try dedicate the live stream to this silver bike that we're working on. And then kind of any other videos that I'm working on, I got a whole list of them. I'll probably dedicate those to the 69, so I'll kind of be documenting both of these projects, kind of right one right after another, and kind of leapfrogging. So I'll probably have these two kind of going on concurrently is what I'm thinking, or simultaneously rather. And we should be good. Yeah, I love it. Man, I love this group, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for doing that. I'm actually really tired. I feel really good about getting that tank treated. I feel really good about the exhaust going. And plus, I think I just need to like really sit down and like prioritize what am I going to do. Like this is how I can be very efficient in what I'm doing and doing that. Oh, Roger, sorry about that. I just happened to think that may be appropriate for a, like, let's get the bike done today. Like, say I wake up tomorrow and we don't stop live streaming until it's done. So it'd just be like a 36, 48 hour, 72 hour bender. I think I would make so many mistakes, nobody would want to see that. Plus, I have no idea where to get that stuff anyway. Other than that, guys, I'm kind of tired. And I'm looking forward to the next phase here. I think I just need to prioritize what we're doing there. We've been streaming for 2 hours. I feel good about that. I'll snip a couple highlights out of this. I think there were a couple fun moments tonight. Post-COVID cravings. Dude, this COVID stuff is getting old. It's going to be rough. No fun. I'm actually, not going to lie, kind of glad I got it. And I'm kind of glad it's kind of over with for me. But that doesn't change the fact that it impacts a ton of people around me and stuff. But at the same time, me personally, a little selfishly, kind of like, hey, I had it. I'm done. I don't have to worry about getting it anymore. So that's, if you're going to look at a plus side of anything, that's one way to look at it. Any questions, guys? What are you guys most looking forward to working on? Because I could prioritize it that way too. I mean, polishing this front wheel is going to be something, okay? So, oh, come on over here. So, we need to like dive into this in a serious way. The wheel itself is really clean. I'm not worried about the chrome at all. But in order to get this as nice as I would like it, because I'm a little picky about my polished aluminum, I do kind of feel like I should despoke it, but I don't want to despoke it. Because these aren't in bad shape. They're just dull. And here you can see I hit this one. Oh, God, I wish I could show you this. Like I hit this one. Zoom. The zoom is so finicky on this thing. See, I started to hit this one just a little bit. And they'll shine up. Yeah, Roger, I know. But just let me feel good about things for a little while. I'm immune. Let me feel like I'm immune for just a little while. I feel like I should be able to polish this and do this all together. Now, don't forget, guys, that we have a whole other set of wheels there, and I have a whole other set of wheels on a 69 out in the garage. All right, so it's not like we ain't got no shortage. Tula, we will get your wheel chewing stuff going on. These aren't that bad. These are not that bad, and I feel like I can clean these up enough. Like, I'm wondering if, like, let's just for shits and giggles, let's just do a couple little tests. So I was laying in bed the other night, and I was thinking, okay, what's one thing that might work really, really well? And I was like, well, maybe if I wet sanded with, like, a 1500 or 1000 or something like that, around one of these, if I could get one to shine up. You know, like kind of do one of these numbers. Now, the bummer side of all this is that, of course, you would have to do every single spoke this way, which is a giant pain in the butt. But I feel like it should be able to be done if you could just figure out a way, you know? So like if I just hit this with like 1500 wet sand for a little while, what's that end result gonna look like? Vapor blasting would do it. Yeah, how the hell do I, like, oh God, what can I do here? See, that little bit of effort, like that literally like 20 seconds that I put into it, makes that look pretty good. I mean, is it perfect? No. So hard to... You almost have to like direct the camera to get it to work. See how it's just shiny. You know, vapor blasting would do it. Vapor blasting could do it. Yeah, I totally could be. Totally could still be affected. Who knows? Brand new thing. Nobody knows. Leave the wheels. Retain the originality. Frank, all you need to do is get some good sleep. Then put little parts together, like all the blinkers together, wired and globed. Put most of the bike together, then see how fast you can do the wheels. You know, that's really good. That's actually a really good approach, is just kind of put all those little pieces together and have them ready to go on the bike. I like that approach. I think that you're also building some small wins along the way, so you're just kind of building some easy wins, which is always really good. Frank, I like that. I think that's a really fantastic idea. I do have some plastic polish coming so that I can tackle these covers just a little bit, just to polish, clean them up just a little bit before we put them on our new globes. Yeah, it'd be a whole day to do each spoke by hand. I agree. I'm just kind of wondering, like, because I'm curious, one, because I know how expensive it is to, like, re-spoke. Okay, you got to buy the spokes, then you've got to redo it, you got to re-spoke it, then you got to true it, and then install the tires and all that. Like, seriously, on the 70, I think it was like $1,000. Frank, Dremel with a wire wheel. Yeah, you could do videos to set of parts. Yeah, Dremel. Little Dremel polishing pad and some compound. I was just using my Dremel. What the hell did I do with it? Here it is. Huh. Okay, you got me thinking here. I didn't even think of the Dremel for some reason. I didn't even think of the Dremel for some reason. But I got all kinds of Dremel goodness over here. Stupid yoke is broke on this thing, so I always have to clamp it in a vice grip. Well, the Apocalypse bike is the one that I'm having a little bit of leeway with, man. The 69, I'm going to try and restore that 100%, you know, to what it was. The Apocalypse bike, I want to have a little bit of freedom with. It doesn't have to be 100% stock, because remember, I am doing a CL exhaust on a CB frame now. You know, so it's not going to be a true CB. It's going to be registered as a CB, but it's going to look like a CL. You know, so I'm already breaking the rules, but that's because of those cracks that developed in that deal. So I have a bunch of brass wheels like this. So I have a bunch of brass wheels like that, which might work. But then I also have some little mini polishing pads or little foam pads. And I'm trying to find the bit that those go into, because that might be the ticket for what we're looking for. Might just be perfect. I've got a ton of these. I don't see that little, that little bit though. It was like a little spinny bit. You could kind of twist it into the piece. Huh. Could have sworn I had one. Well, either way, oh, here, I got one. I got one right here. Perfect. So yeah, we got these little spinny ones right here. And I could try one of these felt pad, or a little cotton pad. Let's just go up and down here. Yeah, Tool of Tom, I've done it before. It's a kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not gonna, it's a lot of work. And truing the wheel is really, you know, going to be a challenge too. So, yeah, it's just, on my first two bikes, the spokes were so bad that I couldn't even really fathom using them. Like, they were so rotted and pitted, you know, that it was just like, oh God, I can't use those. But these aren't bad. They just I need to find a method to clean them up well. You know, and if I can clean them up well, shoot. So this is a different size shaft. This is the only thing I hate about Dremel. Everything's always a different size. Yeah, the building wheels is just tedious. That's what I think. That's the word. It's just very tedious to do it. It just seems like it never ends. And I make it look pretty easy in the YouTube videos, but I'm not kidding you. I did that like 20 times, I swear to God. I did it over and over and over and over again. There we go. There, we finally got this bit in there. So how long does it take Brian to change a Dremel bit? That can be the title of tonight's stream. But now I'm wondering that I do have, you know, some polishing compound. Try to give you a little better look here. Give you guys a little better look here. I'm just trying this with a little bit, because here I could sit here with Dremel pad all day long. I'm actually going to use some of this rouge, this stuff I got over here. Let's try some of this cleaning compound. I wonder how many pads of these I would go through trying to do this. Just really curious to see if you can bring these spokes back. In a reasonable amount of time, too. I'm just trying a quick kind of a rubbing compound approach on this right now. We can go through a couple different tests if you want. I'm going to move to my polishing. Like, I definitely don't want something that's going to take me 4,000 years to deal with. You know, guys, it could be done. If I could keep this bit spinning, this pad likes to kind of move around. It's not quite ideal. It gets a little too free. But, it's so hard to... They will shine again. So can you see that? Now, it's not like a new freaking spoke, but that bugger is clean. It is clean. God, I wish this thing would... Not as clean as new spokes. Yeah, a vapor blasting cabinet. That would be the next challenge, huh? I don't need more projects. But I hear you. It would be nice. It would be nice. And I don't really mind spending time with these parts, man. I don't mind. You know, let's just try. Just for the hell of it. Let's just try, just for the hell of it. A little bit of Colonel Brassy. And let's just see what, like, a little bit of effort on one spoke would take. Shit, that's easier than using the Dremel, to be quite honest, and it's actually coming out really good. Damn, the Colonel Brassy almost freaking is the easiest way to do this. That was way more effective than the Dremel, 100%. I want to try one other product here. I want to find like a combination that works. I think also cutting the Scotch-Brite pads into a little bit smaller size would really help. I could definitely do each one of these at this pace, for sure. This isn't hard at all. But I will say this, that if I did get it that clean, if I got them like super clean, like I'm kind of seeing here right now, I think I probably would clear coat the wheel when I was done. Because I don't think there's like much protectant left. Take a look at this. You can tell which one I did there. So Roger, with a vapor blaster like that, can I use just a regular sandblasting gun, or do I have to buy a separate vapor blasting gun, or can I just use a normal? Can I use a normal sandblaster and just put the suction into fluid? I'd be curious about that. I don't know enough about vapor, so but I do know that, you know, my suction, I've pulled soda through it. I've pulled you know, fine medium grit through it. You know, I've done that. But this Colonel Brassy, if you're going to go 1-to-1, that actually did not a bad job on that. I would be totally, like, this is probably as good as the spoke looks, my new spoke looks on my 1970 that I rebuilt 2 years ago, just with Scotch-Brite and Colonel Brassy, or a compound, any kind of a rubbing compound, kind of knocked that out. But I'm curious about the vapor blasting and whether or not I need a special gun, or if I can just use a traditional suction feed air blaster, or sandblaster. Blasting gun, whatever you want to call it. Like, look at this. Man, I wish that I could show you. Here's the Dremel. Here's hand Scotch-Brite Colonel Brassy. Dremel. Colonel Brassy. Brought the shine right out of that. That doesn't look terrible at all. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's the best route? We'll be able to make this rim freaking shine. I mean, that's just a matter of WD-40 and 000 steel wool. I mean, or 4.0 steel wool. which I got a whole bunch of right here. And that's kind of like one of those next projects that I have to just dive. Do you ever find that you just need to be in the mood? That you just kind of got to be in the mood to get at it. And, you know, it's like, oh, I'm just not feeling that today. I just don't, yeah, I know I need to do it, but I'm just like, I don't know if I have the energy to, like, get into that. I'm kind of in this weird little funk today. Should use an air nozzle. It's just abrasive water using high-pressure water pump. Same principles as land breasting. So just use, like, a normal, like my blower? I'll have to look something up online. Or share something in the group, Roger, if you're on there. I always forget, like, there's some of you guys aren't in there, but... I just find myself in this weird funk some of these days where I just, like, I know I have all of these things that I need to accomplish on this, but I'm just kind of in a funk, and I'm just like, oh, God, I love it, but I'm tired. Because, like, pretty much all I'll be doing, you know, on these rims here is using 4.0 steel wool. 4.0 steel wool and just working our way through everything. You know, I wonder if WD-40 and 4.0 steel wool would do just fine here. I'll hit this on this spoke, the third spoke, and that can be kind of our little test. As I tell you, WD-40 is a miracle worker on everything else. And WD-40 is pretty cheap, too, which is kind of a plus as well. But I still got to get in here and do all that. So, Tula, I hear ya, but I'm not feeling it. Yeah, Roger, don't worry. I'll clean all that stuff up. Don't worry about it. We'll get the bearings in safely without the WD. I think we'll be okay. I got a long freaking ways to go. Okay, so this spoke, I'm just trying to use this WD-40 and 4.0 steel wool. I could use a more coarse steel wool. You're right. You're right, Lab Rat. You're totally right. You know what? This doesn't look too bad either, just doing it with steel wool. It's better than the Dremel. The Dremel's the worst route, honestly, on this one. The Colonel Brassy Scotch Brite is the brightest for sure. How can I let you guys see this? Oh, God, it's so hard to show you guys this stuff. It's so nuanced. So here is just... Let's see. Here, and here. Yep. So here is just WD-40. Let me get you guys down just a little bit more. Here's just WD-40 and steel wool. Here is Dremel, which kind of weirdly looks kind of cloudy. And then here was the Colonel Brassy and Scotch Pad. The Colonel Brassy and the Scotch Pad are definitely the best, the most clean, for sure. But now you guys got me thinking about all kinds of other stuff now. I'm thinking about soda, I'm thinking about vapor blasters, I'm thinking about all this other stuff now too. So, these wheels. Tula, the problem with the Dremel is you used a cloth buffing wheel, not enough abrasive. Need a wheel with more grit. Roger, polishing metal is a bit like washing dirty paintwork. You polish one bit and any imperfections just jump out at you. That's very, very true. Yeah, I'm not sure like what else I could really use that's more abrasive. At least what I have here. Everything's pretty soft. I do have like sandpaper, but I don't want to go into sanding them. I mean, the other thing is you spend $30 for a set of spokes, you know, and then you pull it all apart and you put it all back together and you true it and you get it back there and then you put a tire on it and then You know, when you do take the wheel apart, when you do explode the wheel like that, you're able to do a hell of a job polishing the hub. You can polish the entire wheel. You know, there are benefits to it 100%. I just don't, man, my heart just isn't in it, like, to go that far. Maybe what I'll do is grab those other wheels, because now, basically I have an extra set of wheels now. Because that one frame is kind of junk, and it's going to take me a hot minute to get that figured out. Maybe what I do is I focus, get the tires out. I'll have 2 sets of wheels. It's not going to matter. The sets are interchangeable. It doesn't matter. I can take one of them apart, the one that's in worse shape, take that one apart, go through that whole truing process. I'm pretty sure that we could make that work. So maybe, yeah, one of them I despoke, the other one I don't. These are already the better set, so I probably won't do that with these. I may be able to just clean these really, really well. I think that would be cool. I hate for like something like, you know, spokes and things like this to stop somebody on their project, because it's just so labor intensive. You know, like if I can find a way to like clean this effectively and make this work really, really well for anybody, you know, whether or not you have a vapor blaster or you have all these tools or whatever it is, you know, that could be really, really useful, because I'm just spinning this wheel around me right now and I can clearly see where I worked, but I do know how beautiful that rim could get. I think both of these are the same size. I think they're both the same. Oh, this is a rear wheel. So I would have to look at, where is my front wheel? My front wheel is up there. Let's find out, man. I thought that they changed the wheel size only in year. That it wasn't necessarily a model specific, but they went to a larger front tire in 71, I think. Because the one thing is that let's see if I can get this up here. My 70 CB350, the front and back tires were the same size. Here's the front wheel here. God, these are really damn close to the same size. This might be 1 inch bigger. It might be. Maybe that CL wheel is just 1 inch bigger. It might be 1 inch bigger. Yeah, it's not totally the same. But wait, the ridge is there. It's tough to tell. I have to actually measure it. Do I have a tape measure? What is this? It's a 20-inch front wheel. This one is a 19. Yeah, so that would be the CL wheel is bigger. Yep, so this is a CB wheel, which is a little bit smaller. All right, Tula, yeah. But I do remember that on the 70, they were the same size, front and back. And then they went to a larger one on the front, I think it was. So that's kind of my set right now. And that was the 20, I think. Right? This was the 20-inch. Yep. Part of me wants to put the damn 19 on there, because I think the 19 would look better on this bike. That is another thing. That is another thing that I hadn't even really even thought about. You know, I hadn't even really thought about that. I really like the way that my 70 CB has the same sized wheels on the front and back. I really like that. I don't necessarily like it when the front wheel is bigger than the rear wheel. It's just a look thing. I like it when they're both the same. Restore the 69 wheels. Yeah, Roger, the 69 bike is definitely going to be worth more. It's going to be something to put in there. If you're using a knobbly tire, they're taller anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I got decisions to make. I think that's kind of like why I'm kind of where I'm at right now, is I have everything in place. I have a ton of options. I have a lot of different directions that I can go, and I think I just have to commit to it. I think adding the 69 to the mix really changed where I was going, because not having that exhaust had my mind going in a lot of different spots. Now that I have that CL exhaust, I'm kind of committed to the vision on this bike, and I'm feeling like I would like those tires to be the same front and back, but I mean, that's where we're at, you know. Yeah, I gotta put this wheel over here, otherwise it's gonna crush down on something. If I had to choose out of all these different ways, I really think that the WD-40 and like a 000 steel wool, go to a little bit coarser steel wool, would do a great job. And it'd be really, really inexpensive to do it that way. Trials bikes are often use larger front wheels, typically 21 on the front, 19 on the rear. Yeah, I just like the balanced look of... Oh, excuse me, guys. I just like the balanced look of the same tire front and back. Man, this was a great stream tonight. 2 hours, 40 minutes. Wasn't I going to sign off like 40 minutes ago? No, dude, I'm almost positive, Tula, I'm almost positive those were the same front and back. I'll go back, I'll find the receipt. I wonder if I have the receipt for that. I have my whole bin over here. Because now you got me curious about tire sizes. If they were the same, like there's not like this weird like tilt to the bike, like not a tilt, but they just sit differently when they have the different stuff. Let me look in here, see if I can find. I have so many receipts. So many receipts of parts that I bought. It's like absolutely horrifying. Mount tubes. Yeah, so I had a motorcycle shop install the wheel bearings front and rear. This is my first bike. Lace the front and rear tires. Mount and balance the tires with the tubes and rim strips. True it, everything. It was $808. I don't know, man. It's more fun. It's more, Richard, it's more fun just to look through these old receipts, because I know that I want to like put together these like Excel sheets. I have a lot of things that I want to do. Here we go. Metzler's. No, it was a 3.518 and a 3.2518. That's what's on my 1970. I don't know if you can read that or not. But yeah, they're both 18s. Both 18s on the 1970. They're the same wheel. They're not any different. So I put a Metzler Block C tire, 3.5 by 18 and a 3.25 by 18. That's what I put on it front and rear. Both of them were 18 inches. That's what the receipt says. I knew I had the receipt. How crazy is that, huh? Oh, yeah, and how much were those tires? Did they even say? Well, I don't think they even put the price on there. I lost my page. You guys would die if you saw how many Common Motor freaking receipts I have in here. Ridiculous, man. ridiculous. But yeah, Tula, it looks like they're both 18s on that 70. I remember they being both the same, and then the front tire got bigger after that. And who freaking knows? Somebody might have put a friggin' match set on it at whatever time anyway, too. So, all right, what we got going on in chat here? It's getting late. We passed 10. Oh my God, it's almost 11 o'clock. Yeah, I got to call this, guys. What's going on? I would love to know what you guys are most interested in seeing kind of go together next. That might help me prioritize a few things. Start thinking. Frank, I think it was. Hey, Gavin. Awesome. Good to see you on the stream, man. I really I think it was Frank that said, just start, put all that little stuff together. Get all that little stuff together. I've got some aluminum polishing that I need to hammer out. But now I'm not even worried about the aluminum polishing because I throw a mask on, I throw some goggles on, and I hit the polishing wheel. And that stuff literally would take me, I would focus on one cover a week when I was hand sanding that stuff, because I would work on it for a couple hours, an hour or so at night, come back to it, hit it, do it again. Now I'm very confident that I could knock out those covers really, really fast. I'm excited to dive into that. Frank, you said electronics. Well, it's going to be pretty stock. I'm going to put an upgraded regulator rectifier in it. Yeah, getting the wiring in. I mean, I would like to get the front end done. I would like to get the bars on it. I would like to get the wheel. I would like to get a front wheel done. I would like to get one of the front wheels done and get the whole front forks, the whole triple tree, the bars, the switches, and the wiring harness laid in that thing. I think that would be fantastic, because then from there, you just start working backwards from there. Yeah, the blinker shined up perfectly. And I've got some plastic polish on the way that'll help me polish up the lenses too. But yeah, I got to just stay focused on the front end and just keep pushing through on that, because we're going to make some progress. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. It's long. It's been 2 hours, 45 minutes. Yep, get the skeleton up. It's always good to have a bunch of parts ready to go. You get more done a lot quicker that way. Yep. Yeah, hammering all that sandblasting and painting last weekend was I literally jumped 3 months in advance on my timeline of how I thought these builds had to go. And at the end of that day, I was just wow, I just knocked out literally 3 months of work of doing some of this stuff. So it's absolutely crazy. Hey, we got to make sure that this one guy got into the group. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, you're good. You're good. You're in. You're in. Any new membership requests? No new members. If you're not a member, go. Come on, please become a member of the group. We should be 40 strong now in the Keep On Wrenching community group. Man, it's fun stuff, man. We're sharing stuff all the time. We got a new post an hour ago. Glenn, why didn't you? Glenn? Hey guys, I'm doing a top end on my 1971 CB350 to stop oil leaks on left and right. Have a look at everything and replace ring. Have a look at this cam lobe right cylinder. Let me know what you think. Also check out the intake rocker. Endless thanks to Brian for giving me the courage to do this. Glenn, I think some people would definitely say that you should have those resurfaced. They look a little bit worse than what I put together back onto the CL350. It kind of depends where the contact points are. Gavin, thanks so much for stopping by, man. Frank, go get it. Go align that stuff. Go get it done. Hey, thanks, Tula, for wishing the Gophers good luck. They're going to need it, man. Minnesota sports are brutal. I wish I knew more about engines and all that. So yeah, if you haven't requested to be a member yet, man, please go and do that. It'd be a lot of fun. But I think I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm feeling pretty tired, and we're gonna keep going on this thing, man. Because like, check the vision out. The vision is starting to come together. Awesome, Gavin. That's so good to hear, man. Because I just love hearing that people are getting value out of those videos, man. No joke. That's what we're going for. That's what we're going for. These black shocks, I absolutely love these. And I do think, oops, I think I will do a black seat styled low profile like this, but it'll be black. It'll be black for sure. It's kind of fun to have a bike in the background, though. I will say that. All right, guys, going to call it. Thanks so much for watching the stream tonight. We did some cool stuff. We had some fun, dove into some new stuff, learned some things. We learned some stuff tonight, at least I did. And we tested some stuff, and we're plotting a course forward. That's the most important thing, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That means a ton. When you watch the videos, thumbs up the videos. That helps me a lot. And if you want to support the channel, one of the most important things you can do, honestly, is to share the videos. Lots more stuff in the works for the future, okay? I'm working on a bunch of stuff, a website, some resources that I think are going to be really useful to people too. So a lot on the way, but right now I just need to get the content out there. So if you find a video that you think people would find useful or you found useful, just share the stuff. Get it out there, because the more views, the more subscribers, the more engagement, it all kind of goes from there, okay? So you're helping me, I'm helping you. This is an awesome community. I love the Keep On Wrenching community. So guys, thank you so much for watching tonight, and I'll see you in the next live stream or video. Thanks to everybody, Frank, Tula, Roger, Gavin, Labrat. We had a ton of people in chat tonight. This was really, really cool. So guys, be safe, be well, okay? Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video or live stream. Can't thank you enough for all the support.